Hello, viewers. In this upcoming YouTube, we're doing a contract with the state of Washington, and we're researching from the Pierce County, Kitsap County line coming up along the shoreline of Kitsap County, and we're doing a near shoreline. I ran into the neatest guy, and he says, I want to do a backflip. Check this out.
And you like that?
Oh, I really enjoy everything that we do. The name of our company is TMK Film Research.
Okay.
And we have two different channels on the YouTube.
Okay.
Now you're looking at the Olalla Bay, the cove, on a high tide, evening sunset, and the water generally in this area is warmed up at a low tide from the sun. And as you can see here, our temperature is 64, 63 degrees running down this, seems like a creek now. But at high tide, you can boat in and out of here fairly fine. Just watch out for the big rocks. And here's a quick look at our GPS so that we can understand, first of all, the time of the seasons from summer to fall and what the water quality is doing in that time frame. Is the water warming up because of the seafloor in Puget Sounds being warmed up by the volcanic activity underneath of our Puget Sound? Possibly. What you're looking at here, however, is an experiment of why are our clams not doing well, or their oysters or shellfish. And this has been laid out to hopefully grow something, but because of the toxins in the seafloor along the beaches and the marine snow, it's kind of questionable where you want to chow down on this. And as you can read it here, it talks about the contaminants of Puget Sound. And hopefully, if this does take off, we'll have some real nice clams, butter clams, again in our beach out of Olalla. It sits right along that big rock there, and you're looking towards the east right now. The brown, I don't understand if that's an algae or if it's wet and that's what makes it brown, and the other area is really a bright white, and so it's dry. Is that the color of everything there? Is it white, or is it this brown algae in these little pools? And here's a GPS look at what we have. And it's important that we keep track of everything we do, because the final findings that are delivered to everyone are really going to help improve the water quality of Puget Sound. Same shot, and remember when you saw those, what are they, those incubators of clams? Well, here's the underwater high tide shot of it. Same location by the big rock there, same as what it was when the tide was out, and now you're looking at it at a different way underwater. And it's not very deep in here. You're only looking at 6, 7, 8 feet of depth here at a high tide. Maybe a little more, but not too much. It's exciting. If you haven't joined us for a while, we're doing underwater research on the Kitsap County near and far shoreline. And I had the opportunity to talk to this guy before he jumped in and did a backflip about what we do. And if you look at the screen there, you'll see an eel. I guess it's an eel. It's rather kind of neat looking though. It swims around like a little snake. you see a lot of different things here. And so when you're viewing this, please email me up at thokefilm@yahoo.com. That's thokefilm@yahoo.com. And give me some input about what maybe you'd like to learn about Puget Sound in that area there, off of maybe Olalla if you live in this area, or maybe up in the northern end of Kitsap County. We're really focusing our efforts right now on what's happening in Puget Sound's Kitsap County near and far shoreline. A little crab right there. He's carrying, looks like a shell, something on him there. And if you notice that, see the like ferns, those are barnacles. And they actually are a filter system that's real important for our environment. And our mission is a 5x5 plan that we wrote way back in the 80s on derelict gear, the removal of nets, of gill nets that are still left out, and they're the silent killers of Puget Sound.
Oh yeah, so it's like a cleanup of it, yeah.
Right, and we do it with a lot of volunteers. Also the Northwest Tribal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're awesome. The tribal fishers.
Oh yeah, they help with that.
Oh, they show me where it's at, because see, I fly these underwater cameras.
Right.
And I look for derelict gear. And we have removed, since the 1990s, late 1985 and 87, yes, tons of derelict nets. Also crab pots, shrimp pots, fishing line many times. We even removed a few boats. But right now you're looking in the Olalla area at a high tide. And we're going to bring the camera up now and float around a surface somewhat. We've noticed that we're seeing some sea run cutthroat in here. And we've discovered that the cutthroat and the coho and the fry generally hang out not in the sandy areas, but these areas with heavy rocks. So as you're watching this, you'll see occasionally a small fish swim through the screen, or like what you saw with that eel earlier. But this is right now what's happening as the tide is high. Our time o'clock is 10 something at night. And we found that working at night, the water stays calmer. You don't have a lot of boat traffic rocking you around. And it seems safer for the TFR team to work at night. So we usually start in the evening about 7:30, and we quit out about 4 a.m. Depends upon the weather and conditions of the wind, and if it gets rough, we want to be safe out there. But this is Olalla on high tide. And I thought maybe I would see just basically the barnacles. And it was something too that I learned is that the barnacles that have those little fins generally should be a real nice white creamy color. Well, in areas of heavy runoff, I've noticed that those white fern-like movement of the barnacle is black in color. And I'm wondering if that is filtering it.
But yet I'm able to do other things. Like, for instance, on one of our cameras, we have a filter system.
Yeah.
The filter system is set up to find sewage.
Oh, really? Oh, here.
Right, along the beach. So we can fly along, let's say, 2 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And when the screen starts seeing these big blue spots on it, that's a heavy sewer area.
So
and then
you see there's maybe a leak or something.
Right. Now it's different though from marine snow.
Okay.
The marine snow is caused by all kinds of outfalls.
Oh, you mean like the kind of scum that's on
Right,
the top there?
right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's also under the water.
Oh, it's underneath as well.
Thick.
Oh, okay.
The easiest way to explain it, let's say you were coming home from the mountain ski trip.
Yeah.
and it's snowing hard, and it's over your headlights.
Over the head. Yep. Yep.
Okay, that's what it looks like in Puget Sound,
Oh, really?
in the deepest depths.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's gotten larger in size over the last 20 years I've been filming it.
More and more, huh?
More and more.
Wow.
So that's why we started this master contractor with the state of Washington. And I have 3 people, Northwest Tribes. We have another team that we work with of the state. It's called Webs.
Webs.
Yeah. And super people. So working together, we came up with maybe we can educate the public
Right.
more about what's happening in the waters of Puget Sound.
Right. So that there's more awareness of all that's in there, right?
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's really basically what we do.
Yeah, I like that. That's good work.
Thank you.
One more shot of the little eel looking at the seafloor again, and there's a look like a silver or maybe a blackmouth, a salmon, a chinook, coho, possibly there in the screen. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and if you've just joined us for the first time and you want to learn a little bit more about Puget Sound, please swing over to DOC, D-O-C, Seas, S-E-E-S, under Puget Sound. And we have a live feed right now of a camera in a creek system, and we're watching a small fish hatch and grow to a size. And you'll enjoy watching him. His name's Spot, by the way. He's our newest star on our Doc Seas under Puget Sound. Thanks for watching, everyone. Be careful out on the water. Bye-bye.